All right, thanks. In the months since President Donald Trump took office, there's been a lot of activity. One area that impacts all of us in Kansas is trade, specifically exports. Tonight, Scott Evans looks at why farmers are not the only people following the trade talks.
Mick Roush started farming with his father when he was 6 years old.
Come here. I've done it ever since I was a kid. I don't know what it means. They just come.
When he got married in 1976, he started to farm on his own.
Times are tough. Times are very tough.
Back when he started in 1976, farmers could sell wheat for about $3.15 a bushel. The average last year was less than $1 more, $4.11.
If you translate that into your terms, would you like to work for what they did 40 years ago?
In Kansas, agriculture is the state's largest industry, economic driver and employer. Upwards of 25% of what is grown in Kansas is exported. But favorable farming conditions around the world have increased the worldwide supply, dropping the price and decreasing exports.
Consequently, we're left with this huge surplus. If you go out west or even around here, there's piles of wheat just waiting to be shipped, but there's no place to ship them.
That's why Roush is following trade talks surrounding TPP and NAFTA. Newly elected Congressman Dr. Roger Marshall sits on the House Ag Committee. He follows the trade talks, too, and wants to see more trading partners.
I'll be going to Cuba here in the next month or so, trying to open up that market, and look forward to going overseas sometime this summer and also help open up more markets as well.
In the meantime, many Kansas farmers are struggling, either operating at a loss or breaking even. Many, like Roush, are not buying new equipment and holding off on important equipment maintenance.
It's taking a chance, but if the dollar's not there, you've got to cut expenses someplace.
What a lot of people might not realize is the impact that farmers and agriculture have on Main Street, Kansas. And that becomes even more prevalent when you get into the smaller towns, like here in Kingman.
But we have problem competing with drawing customers in.
Bill Van Landingham and his family have been selling cars and trucks in Kingman since 1962. His main business is selling farmers new trucks. In the last 3 years, his new vehicle business has been cut in half. It's the worst he's ever seen. He says it's directly tied to farmers.
I don't really see a light at the end of the tunnel. I hope we can turn this around, but we're going to have higher commodity prices.
Towns like Kingman are all over Kansas, economies directly tied to agriculture. When farmers suffer, just about everyone else feels it.
Ag is big. I mean, it is the driver in the Kansas economy.
So pay attention to what happens with NAFTA and TPP.
Yeah, here they come.
Farmers are. Scott Evans, Eyewitness News.